gesehen. Irgendwann hat Jäger jeden so weit. Tja, dann muss er sich was ausdenken. Ich weiß, wozu Jäger fähig ist. Ich hab's gesehen. Unendliche Schmerzen ohne zu töten. Ich glaube, er ist ein bisschen verrückt. Jetzt macht der Schicht. Bei mir, der Kneipe. Keine Sorge. Ich sag erst mal, dass ich mir nicht schreiben soll. Jetzt zahle ich sie ihm.
And ignore them. Westville, on January 6, 1946. Rudy, my sweet boy, I wish you could have taken the time to visit your poor old mother for this Christmas. Maybe you were busy, what do I know? When you were little, you were such a good boy, such a good son. I honestly feel, and maybe I should have told you this, that I was blessed to have had you in my life. I know your father could be cruel, very cruel to you sometimes, but that's all in the past now, isn't it? Best not to dwell on such things, and besides, I was always there to nurse your wounds to stave off infections, so I think it's unfair of you to blame me for what he did. You know, he only meant to correct you, and sometimes, frankly, it was all in his right to do so. Well, you were a good son most of the time. You could also be very, very bad when that dark mood fell upon you. I'm sure you understand why your father had to use his belt. My dear boy, you know how I fell upon hard times after your father died and I had to send you away to your cousins in Frankfurt? Well, now that you are so successful at the SS, I was thinking you could send me some money. I'm not asking for much, my dear, but it would ease the pain that comes with growing all alone. Your loving mother, Ingrid.
Alas, poor Yurik. Oops.
Note from a scholarship of King Otto. Here's the translation you requested for our Obersturmführer. It's hard to write in these dungeons. We are running out of candles and need to stock up during our next visit to Paderborn. Last week I gave the alchemical concoction provided to me by Segbald Burger to one of the war beasts hitherto. It has shown mostly positive effects. Their muscles have grown stronger and both strength and agility seem to have greatly improved. What is especially remarkable, however, is that this alchemical concoction has solved the problem of decaying flesh exhibited by previous incarnations. This would, of course, make them more reliable when used in battle. Of note is a strange side effect where the beasts release noxious green-colored gases which seem to have no effect on humans. We need to investigate further, however. Do not want our soldiers falling ill out on the battlefield. Also, I'm not sure if I'm imagining this, but it does seem to me that the beasts have grown bigger over the past month. Conrad Acker. Note from the scholar of King Otto. Here's a translation you asked for, Frau Oberström. I have so far applied all my skills deciphering the confusing translation bestowed to me by the king's linguistic scholars. Many of King Otto's parchments are badly damaged, scorched by fire, and missing complete paragraphs that seemingly contain crucial information. Also, my work has been slowed down considerably by utterly dismal test conditions in these dungeons. However, during the last month I have been making enormous strides in my research. The bodily fluids circulating within a human can be altered within an alchemical substance which is partially described in one of the text fragments. In theory, I should be able to create a serum which can awaken dead tissue. This would allow wounded soldiers to be healed in the middle of a battle. However, as a fascinating side effect, one of the test subjects died from the alchemical compound, and when I went to pull the sheet over his head, he opened his eyes. The subject had remarkably returned from death. Thus far, I have successfully brought 5 test subjects back to life. I have observed that subjects returning from death enter into a catatonic, sleep-like state. Furthermore, the body temperature of the subjects increases drastically. I have even seen some of them spontaneously burst into flames from the accumulated internal heat. Another unfortunate side effect is that they become gripped by a murderous frenzy which seems to never wane. The only way to permanently kill them seems to be destroying the brain or hack them into little pieces. I've started calling them shamblers because of how they move. More experimentation is needed. As soon as I get my reinforced straps for the dissection table, I shall attempt a vivisection on them. Segbald Burger. Note from a scholar of King Otto. I have had the text translated for you, Frau Oberström. Today I was a witness to the great battle of Lechfeld when my Lord King Otto's army slaughtered more than 45,000 invading Magyars. I have always enjoyed the chance of death, however I have never seen anything like what I saw today when the king sent his secret weapons given unto him by Almighty God in the battle. These great angelical war beasts blazed through the battlefield like holy dragons. They picked up the horses from the ground and tore them apart. They ripped off the head of the Magyar citizens. They crushed the bones of the enemies as if they were made of brittle wood. When inspecting the aftermath of the battle, I found that most of the Magyars were missing limbs, had been torn in half, or had been crushed to death. On a more worrying note, it seems to me that a few of King Otto's chained beasts had open, pus-filled wounds, even though I had not seen them take a hit from a blade or an axe. Upon further inspection, it looked as if their bodies were decomposing from some kind of unknown corruption. A curse, perhaps? I could almost see their tissue melting straight off the bones. I have expressed these concerns to King Otto. Helga's diary entry number 4, December. My God, how it's snowing outside. The stone quarters of this castle are freezing cold. Have to wear thick, warm socks every day. They're comfortable, but a terrible itch sets in after a while. Got back the translation of another passage from King Otto's diary today. Very interesting. The king is grief-stricken after his wife Queen Eggith died unexpectedly. He goes on to write about how ancient fragments of parchments that have come into his possession. He has put his most prominent scholars on the task of deciphering them. Despite not knowing their contents, he believes them to be a gift from God, and that the Lord is telling him his destiny is to become the Holy Emperor of Europe. Puzzling. They must have really looked really special, those parchments. Or maybe it's the grief taking over, blinding him. Anyway, went to the wine cellar earlier today. Found a 1928 Bordeaux. A very good year, I've heard. Time to taste.
abstammt. Dem römisch-deutschen Kaiser? Genau dem. Großer Gott. Eine beeindruckende Frau. Hast du gewusst, dass sie ein halbes Jahr lang im Amazonas-Dschungel auf sich allein gestellt war? Mit ihrem Bein? Wie kann man so etwas überleben? Mit einem Willen aus Stahl.
Low key, where do you belong? Place not short on surprises.
Note from Helga. Interview with patient C12. Gerbert Bauman revealed very little. Patient seemed to have visions of burning people walking down the streets of Wolfburg. Visions came to him shortly after we set up the dig site. Patient is a Jew, but I will keep him around a while longer in case his visions reveal more interesting information. Frau Oberschrömer. We found a letter written in both 10th century Persian and Old High German by a Persian scholar named Al-Barun. I have made a translation of the Old High German text, but since I know that you are skilled in many languages, I have attached the original Persian letter as well for you. Gottfried. His Excellency King Otto. My dear friend Otto, I am writing to you regarding the second iteration of the large reinforced chains you have commissioned from us. I have revised my old calculations for the chains as they were designed with a steady constant pressure in mind, such as those intended for large drawbridges or heavy mining equipment. The new specifications that I have attached are according to the complementary information given me by your General Asford in his request to re-engineer the chains so they can withstand jerking and pulling by a force equal to that of 300 horses. The ironworkers and my staff are baffled and insist there is no practical use for such large chains. I have told them to hold their tongues if they want to hold their jobs, and I must confess that even I am curious about the purpose of these monstrous chainings. What do you wish to hold in place that possesses such strength? What is there that must be shackled so securely? If you do not wish to tell, I understand and respect it, but maybe you could amuse an old friend with a little hint. Your friend, Master Engineer Abu Rayhan al-Bulun.
Band 8, Wolfberg-Protokolle, Befrager Helga vom Schaps, Beauftragter, Patientennummer B6, Rudolf Trommler. Schuster leidet unter Depressionen, Wahnvorstellungen, Bettnässen. Sagen Sie, Herr Trommler, fertigen Sie gerne Schuhe an?
Ja, sehr gern. Das ist das Einzige, was ich kann.
War Ihr Vater Schuster?
Das war er.
Wollten Sie hier etwas anderes werden?
Nein. Ich meinte natürlich ja. Als Kind.
Und was?
Ich wollte malen.
Ah, ein Künstler. Gefällt Ihnen meine Sammlung?
Ja. Aber das ist doch verboten in Kunst, oder?
Ja, leider. Das hier gehört zu meinen Lieblingswerken. Elfriede Losewächtler, kennen Sie sie?
Nie viel gehört.
Brillante Malerin. Verwirrter Geist. Ihre Porträts der Patienten, die sie während ihres Aufenthalts in der Heilanstalt gemalt hat, sind zauberhaft. Das bleibt doch unser kleines Geheimnis, oder?
Natürlich.
Aber wir haben genügend über Kunst gesprochen. Sprechen wir über Sie.
Was wollen Sie über mich wissen?
Etwas Wein?
Ja, bitte.
Oh, Wurst vom Delikatessenladen Hirsch.
Vielen Dank.
Sie sind in Wolfburg geboren und aufgewachsen, richtig?
Das ist richtig, ja.
Und Sie haben Ihr gesamtes Leben dort verbracht, richtig?
Ja, richtig.
Kennen Sie die Geschichte von Wolfburg?
Ich weiß, dass das alle anderen auch wissen. Was wir in der Schule lernen.
Verstehe. Was ist mit Träumen, Herr Trommler?
Ich kann nicht folgen.
Einige Leute spüren Dinge, wenn sie träumen. Sie haben eine Art Feingefühl für Ereignisse, die in Vergessenheit geraten sind. Esoterisches Wissen über Dinge, die von der Welt vielleicht vergessen werden sollten, aber stattdessen als Spuren in unserem kollektiven Bewusstsein schlummern. Träumen Sie, Herr Trommler? Ach, Sie können mir Ihre Träume erzählen, Herr Trommler. Bei mir sind Sie sicher. Nehmen Sie noch etwas Wein.
Ich habe diesen immer wiederkehrenden Traum, seit ich ein Kind bin.
Ja, erzählen Sie, bitte.
In meinem Traum liege ich im Gras bei der alten Kirchenruine.
Die Kirche, die im 10. Jahrhundert abgebrannt ist?
Ja, ich bin eigentlich mit meinen Freunden dorthin. Wir haben immer gespielt, dass wir ein Abenteuer erleben.
Herr Trommler, das kann ich mir vorstellen. Als kleines Mädchen habe ich nämlich im Wald vor unserem Haus Ritter gespielt. Ja. Bitte beschreiben Sie mir Ihren Traum weiter.
Natürlich. Also, ich liege im Gras. Und die Sonne scheint mir warm auf die Haut. Aber von Osten her sich dunkle Wolken. Und plötzlich spüre ich, wie Hände aus dem Boden kommen. Schreckliche, verdrehte Hände. Mit verrotteter Haut. Die wie Papierstreifen vom Fleisch löst. Und sie starrt nach mir. Und zerrt mich unter die Erde. Und ich spüre den kalten Boden und die nassen Würmer auf meiner Haut. Und ich lande in dieser großen, dunklen Höhle. Es gibt kein Licht. Nur das, was durch das Loch fällt. Und die Toten, die mich in die Tiefe gezogen haben, die ziehen sich in die Dunkelheit zurück. Und ich spüre noch was anderes. Etwas Großes. Ich höre ihn atmen. Und der Dunkelheit bewegt sich mal so. Es ist etwas nicht Natürliches. Ich bin vor Angst wie gelebt. Und wenn sich das Ding im Dunkeln auf mich stürzt, dann kann ich nur noch schreien und dann schreien.
Friedhof, dort, wo sie im Gras gelegen haben.
Weiß nicht. Ich brauche noch einen Grabstein. Name erinnert mich nicht.
Denken Sie nach, Herr Trommler. Nehmen Sie mal einen Schluck Wein. Und denken Sie nach.
Vielleicht mit Hahn. Fudra oder so ähnlich.
Ja?
Ob's mit Ei? Kann mich nicht mehr erinnern.
In Ordnung, Herr Trommler. Schon in Ordnung. Das haben Sie gut gemacht. Vielen Dank, dass Sie sich mit mir unterhalten haben. Hoffentlich hat der Wein geschmeckt.
Vielen Dank. Es war her, dass ich Wein getrunken habe.
Ja, gut, Herr Trommler. Jetzt begleite ich Sie zurück in Ihre Zelle, ja?
Denken Sie, dass es mir bald wieder gut geht und ich zurück zu meiner Familie kann?
Na, da bin ich mir sicher. Ganz sicher.
Wesley. Hey. Come on, Wesley. Wake up. You gotta wake up. Come on. Wesley.
Blazkowicz.
Yeah.
Some dire straits we've gotten ourselves into, eh?
I don't know how you pulled through it, soldier. Come on. There you go.
I have a secret trick. Count to 4. Inhale. Count to 4. Exhale.
You got it.
You should try it.
He's here.
You all right there? Huh? Ah, I was a bit worried we had lost. Greta, bleib! Greta was hungry. I didn't want the flesh to go to waste. I'm sure you understand.
You sick little Nazi fuck.
Ah, little Nazi fuck. You are a funny man, clown of the class when you were a boy, I would guess. Well, the funny ends here. My father died of electrocution. Such accidents were not unusual at the coalfields of Ruhr Valley. I remember my uncle telling me that he was standing in water when it happened. Water is a conduit for electricity. And what is in our bodies? That is right, water. When I press this button, electricity will flow through your body, carried by this water, and it will cramp up and you will feel the most intense pain you've ever felt in your life. If you do not want to feel this pain, which is completely understandable, you need to answer my question without hesitation. So, who is your contact in the village?
Claus.
Who is this Claus?
Santa Claus.
Your comedy act won't save you. Talking will. Why do you insist? Your boys are dying out there on the beaches and the fields. It's pathetic, like pulling the wings off an insect. Your war is lost.
When I break free, I will fry you in this chair till you die. Count to 4. Inhale. Count to 4. Exhale.
1, Last time, then I will kill you. Who is your contact? Yes?
And when I'm done with you, I will kill your dog.
Let me.
Killed your fucking dog, Rudy.
Achtung an alle Wachen! Ich will, dass jeder verfluchte Einzelne von euch das anatomische Theater angreift! Dort ist eine dreckige Ratte auf der Flucht! Ich will das Schwein tot sehen! Los! Ich sehe den Bastard!
Sorry I couldn't save you, pal. Get a grip, BJ. Carry on with the plan. Grab a cable car to the village. Rendezvous with Kessler in the tavern. No hill for a stepper, right, Billy boy? No hill for a stepper.